Make this fleeting moment last forever. I'm gonna keep it frozen here forever. No lights break when you're holding my face. You know what it feels like when you're dancing light. All alone, just the beat inside my soul. Take his mask off and lowers his head when she sees him in the screen.
Made out the first shot. The guy expects the second shot on the op. A chicken crosses. He shoots the chicken, and your opper peeks him.
Yep.
10 out of 10 success rate.
By the way, can we talk about women real quick? Because, man,
Is this what chickens got you into?
It's because I said clocking like middle-aged women, I think.
yeah. Well, anyway, guys, if you want to check out this high-quality casting on CSGM, go ahead and head over to our website, csgm.tv.
Make sure you check out our Kindle app, and yeah,
Kindle app.
You should bust out the quiet cast.
Quiet cast, man. Hello.
Do it one round. I actually want to hear it.
I will. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Quiet Cast, and as you know, some of our listeners here they're a little bit hard of hearing, so we try and be nice and calm and not too out there with our coverage of these CS:GO matches.
This is like the poetry meeting cast.
Make sure to check out our app on Nook.
Make sure you check out our brand new Nook app. That's going to be a real interesting one. Should be getting a lot of exposure here for the Quiet Cast. Thank you,
I think we should discuss the emotions of Figment right here as he stands on the toilet with chickens following him.
Well, you know, Figment. I mean, he's a pretty impressive player when we get right down to it. I have to say.
You see, Revelo got out of business. Like they stopped the whole Revelo thing. Oh really? Okay.
Nice.
Solid.
Wait, you really?
Are we still live?
Only we can make chickens entertaining.
All right, so go ahead and follow me on Twitter at ChazGG.
Don't follow
Don't
him
do
on
that.
Twitter.
Don't do that.
Get all the hot memes.
His grasp of chicken meta is poor.
Go ahead, follow me on Twitter at Mia Khalifa.
Believable.
Working all day, girl, you gotta make a living. Loving when you're talking, girl, I love you cause you listen. Baby, now I promise I'll do everything you didn't. Cause he sold you a dream that he wound up missing. Oh, make it feel like it's the beginning. Scared to love, I know how you hold me when we're kissing. Oh, but I'ma treat you real different. One time, you know I love it when we kick it. You're not a girl and she looks just like her mother. You better tuck her in, it's going down tonight. And I'ma give you what I'll give no other. Cause this ain't love if we can't love for life. We can't love for life. You're the light of my life. You are so beautiful to me. You are so beautiful to me. You are working all day, girl, I know your body aching. Gonna love you right, girl, I've been thinking, I've been waiting. Need you real bad, throw it on me, I can take it. When I be in the trap, you're the girl I'm missing. Oh, got my lady, baby, I don't need nothing. Scared to love her, nobody hold me when we're no. I'ma treat you real different. One time, you know I love it when we kick it. You're not a girl and she looks just like her mother. You better tuck her in, it's going down tonight. And I'ma give you what I'll give no other. Cause this ain't love if we can't love for life.
Baby, come back. Baby, come back. Come back. Baby, come back.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another CSGM match. This time we're going to be covering Cerus. My name's Quiet. I'm here with my good buddy Darf. How you doing today?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Staying safe. I'm still alive, so I mean, at least there's that.
That's
Nonetheless, well, welcome back, like I said, to another match. This time it's going to be on Cobblestone. We have Team Entity versus Cerus eSports, who just managed to take the knife round. And in the meantime, let me go ahead and tell you guys about a couple of our good buddies over at ESEA who have some great gaming gear, keyboards, and they have mics too as well, right? Or am I nuts?
I believe they do.
I believe they do. All right. So be sure to go give them a follow. They should be hopefully dropping us with some merch for some giveaways pretty soon, which we will be having at 10 subscribers on our Twitch channel. So go ahead and make sure you subscribe. If you link your Amazon Prime account, you'll get free Twitch Prime, and you can subscribe to us for free, which is free money for CSGM, and that's something everybody needs.
Absolutely. And remember, kids, the only reason you haven't gone pro yet is because you don't have the best keyboard.
Absolutely. Nonetheless, it looks like Team Entity, they're going to be running out real quick onto this B-bomb site. Shams and Tryhard both picking up shots onto the Cerus side. And that's going to be a third from Crypt with a headshot from the Glock. Make that a fourth as he picks up J-Pow as well. So now Batop's all alone in a 1-on-5 really quickly. And this pistol round did not go well for the CT side.
No, absolutely. They just got dominated right out the gate. Team Entity came out and took the fight right to them and smashed them in the mouth. They're sent reeling backwards. Batop's at least going to get one on the exit here. Now he's just going to try and keep that armor alive.
Keep that armor alive. That's one way to put it, I guess. He's got to hang out for, another 25 seconds, which isn't going to exactly be the best situation, and Tryhard's going to take him down. So that's going to be 1-0. Entity picking up that pistol round, which is, typically standard on a map like Cobblestone, which tends to lean a little bit more towards the T side.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, especially with a quick execute where you can just take the aim duel, you can dictate where the fight goes. It's somewhat hard to deal with that as the CT side, especially with, without the utility to slow the push. And so we're going to see a couple SMGs come out here on the buy, a Tech 9, actually 3 SMGs, a Tech 9, and an AK. So that's a very light buy going into this, try and farm up some cash. And it's the correct buy because there is no armor on the side of Cerus, so they're going to get torn apart by these SMGs. I would like to point out, though, the crucial buy, the Zeus on Simplex.
Absolutely. He's playing close in the drop zone, so if that Molotov doesn't push him off, which it looks like it's going to, so everything I'm about to say is irrelevant. But it's a little bit interesting, as a matter of fact, that they opted to pick up no armor. Usually this round you see the meta is a force buy, 5.7 armor for the CT side, because 5.7 being such, a broken pistol, you're able to pick up quite a few rounds that way. But I guess with only the one frag, maybe they didn't see it to be worth it.
Yeah, just trying to go for that early healthy economy. Not invest anything into it, but at the same time it's going to be difficult for them because now they've lost sight. There's 2 players playing the back of it, but they're quickly going to get taken down here with the rifles at range, or the rifle at range. Without picking up a single kill, I mean, there's just not keeping the economy honest at all on the T side.
Yeah, that's, a bit of a cleanup round. It looks like they're actually going to opt to full save again, so maybe they're just going for a nice, clean, healthy buy on round number 4. Which, I guess that's one way to play it. It gives you a nice, much fuller chance at winning round number 4 as opposed to a decent chance at winning round number 2 and no chance at round number 3. But to each his own.
That's absolutely true. I just feel like the economic impact of winning that second round on the force, if you can do it, is just huge. You really screw up the economy for the next 3-4 rounds. But we'll see if they can get anything out of it with just a couple upgraded pistols. Doesn't start out well with J-Pow getting dropped. And now, walking into the blender, 3 players. Now the 4th, he's going to get 1. That's WRS, sorry. But that's all they're going to be able to get in this round as the bomb goes down. 1 Mac 10 retrieved, but that's not going to be what they were hoping for.
Yeah, just, bad luck on the side of Ender. He runs out of bullets. He had 1 shot left to take down WRS, and he's punished for it.
WRS is getting a little aggressive here. He wants to take the angle, and he's going to be punished for it. Dropped, and so no guns will go through to the 4th round.
4th round, first buy round. That's actually really important right now. After saving both of those last 2 rounds, not opting for a force buy on either one, we really have to see something effective happen here. We're going to see J-Pow and WRS pick up AWPs, and we're actually going to see one on Shams as well on the side of Entity. So I'm thinking this is going to be a pretty off-heavy game. Every time we see Cerus play, they tend to be pretty off-heavy, and they're better for it. They do well. So we'll see.
Looks like the aggression is going to be towards A early on. We've got J-Pow ready to take the hit with that AWP, but they're not going to test him. Opting to fall back towards the site. This might work out for him. as they crouch down and get ready on the boost stop. This is going to catch them off guard. That's one kill, but not able to get the second. J-Pow frags one, but then gets traded back out, so now it's even. But the site is firmly in the control of the T side. No cross to get that bomb plant down. Using utility to make sure they've got the safe angle onto the site. Now, as the bomb goes down, finally the CT players are starting to move over to try and retake this site. But locked out of it with some Molotovs, it's going to be a tall task for them to get anywhere.
Yeah, 3-on-3 retake, that bomb taken away. WRS has an AWP as two comrades with M4s. We see Ender, as a matter of fact. He's going to be able to pick up a nice headshot onto Figment from the water. Rebo on site. He's trying to find this off player, but it's not quite working out yet. He is going to expose himself, and Ender's going to be able to pick him off with a headshot as well. So that's going to leave Simplex all alone, and Ender with a third, just beautiful headshot from the water is going to be able to drop him as well. So once again, first buy round now going down for Team Entity. And 4-0 your score as we move into round number 5 and another save round.
Yes, absolutely. They should fortunately be able to comfortably buy into this next one. Actually, Bathtub up on the Mag 7 is going to be the solo buy on this side. We'll see where you choose to play. That can be a monster in drop if used properly. But the full comfortable buy coming out from the T indicates that they'll probably use some utility, set execute. They're using it well to clear platform right now, trying to avoid running into that madness that is that Mag 7, although that's all the way on the other side of the map. So forget what I said about it playing drop. That's not happening today.
Yeah, it looks like, once again, Team Entity, they're going to play 4 players towards the B-bomb site. They play a little bit slow when Cerus is on pistols, which is definitely the way that you want to run this map. And just a little bit of utility being loud back and forth. Rebo, he's going to be peeking his way kind of towards the drop zone. Simplex is going to be the one to contest, but it looks like he's not quite ready to pull the trigger.
Absolutely, just taking this careful platform control. They've got the utility to press the issue, but there's 2 players close up with pistols. Make that 1 as WRS gets dropped by Crypt. And the second player is going to pick one up with a CZ, but Shams, thinking quickly, gets the quick shot out to save his bacon. Drop down low, but still alive. And now the retake begins. We've got a player in drop with a 5.7, and then a player coming in on the flank with a Mag 7, which is not the best gun to take that long duel at platform with. And the bomb is down, so it looks like they're going to settle in and go for these exits. Try and do whatever damage they can, maybe retrieve a rifle, and get out of there.
Yeah, Simplex, 5.7, no armor. He's going to have to kind of hold for this exit frag, and it looks like that's what everybody from Cerus is trying to do. They're not exactly in a good situation to win this round 3-on-4, and no armor on anyone. So bomb's going to be taken away. Looks like Ender's actually going to opt to throw a Molotov, but he's not going to do it quite correctly, and that's going to save Simplex's life. And they're going to exit through CT spawn towards A. Number 1 man is going to be the one to contest. And it looks like they actually are going to try and backstab, but Ender's going to pick up 1. Simplex will be able to find a trade, but that's only 1 little piece of economic damage.
Yeah, now one of the big issues here, I mean, if you look at the kill feeds for the last few rounds, they've only at most gotten 2 players down, so the bank is just building up on the Entity side. There's 2 players over 10k, and the other players have certainly a healthy economy, so they're going to have all the toys to play with, and they're picking up that Zeus, I'm guessing he retrieved from Simplex's corpse. And now the Mag 7 comes out again, so let's see where it plays this time. Yes, it's going towards drop!
Yeah, it's not going to matter, though, because Entity playing quick towards long and now towards middle is the number 5 man. Bathtub is trying to contest, but he's not in a very good spot. He's going to be able to find 1, make that a second, almost a third, but Rebo's going to find him, so that's going to be the number 1 man. J-Pow all alone with the AWP on the A-bomb side. His teammate Figment quick to rotate, though, and it looks like Entity is actually going to opt to kind of move their way back, moving that bomb towards the back B-bomb site. And slowing down once again. Not a good trade in favor for the T side. Cerus now up 4-3.
Certainly not, and this is the first round advantage we've had for the Cerus side, so now's a chance to get back into it. They've got the guns, they've got comfortable positioning. If they don't get too hasty and try and re-peek some of these angles, try and go for the information play, if they hang back, I think they should have this somewhat comfortably. And Simplex looks like he's going to get tested here with the Mag 7 and drop. As player comes dropping down, caught off guard with a nade in his hand. Tryhard's going to drop him to the floor. Gets traded back by WRS, and Simplex from the grave is going to get that Molotov kill. So now the last player dancing around statue will get taken down by the op of WRS.
Well, they might have picked up that round, but they have a long road ahead. Like we see Rebo, before he bought, he had 13,800, now at 9,000. We still have a couple players, you know, still pushing that 10,000 mark on the side of Entity. So they have at least 1 more round after this to be able to break down this economy and, you know, at least pick up a save round or a 2 on Team Entity.
Absolutely, the war chest was plenty full, and so it won't even be a strong dip into it. Early nade damage tickling Rebo, but no real damage to speak of. Looks like the encounter's coming towards mid out here, as Ender is going to be tested, dancing around, but he is the distraction player playing on the flank. The rest of his team is going to come out platform and drop.
Yeah,
Four-man
towards
stack.
the B bomb site entity is, and they're just hanging out.
Absolutely. They got that early information over on A, and that allows them to play with a bit of a stack towards B.
J-Pow, he's knocked down to 22. It looks like Rebo's kind of trying to peek his way in. There's only one man to contest. Once again, Simplex with the Mag 7 from the drop zone. He likes this position, even though it hasn't worked out for him last round. Minute left, and that's going to be the execute coming in towards the B site. Try hard. He is hanging his way out, along with his teammate Enter. Simplex going to be able to find one nice headshot for the Mag 7. Ender's there, and I don't think he knows Simplex. Ender going to be able to find the headshot, so that's a 1-1 even trade as the bomb site is now quickly getting rushed. WRS going to be able to find an op shot and make that a second as Figment takes on Ender, and this take has fallen apart. Shams burning alive. We'll be able to find one on our WRS, but he now has 20 HP and 3 people to drop in 34 seconds. Now 2 as he is able to find Figment with the shot ringing out from the AWP. J-Pow, Bathtub, the ones to contest.
The 1-on-2, but this is absolutely doable. They're backing out and into op range. They know where he's coming from, so they should be watching both angles. But a moment's hesitation or miscommunication could present opportunity for him. He's going to hear the scope. He knows where the player is now. Gets the shot off, winning the duel at close, and now it's a 1v1.
Bathtub needs to play this passively. He is going to be able to find the frag, but with 10 seconds left, taking that peek against an AWP is not what you want to be doing.
Absolutely not.
Round number 8, 2-5. Cerus eSports is on the way to breaking the bank. Actually, 9,500 on Ender, 7,000 on Shams, but they're going to be broke after this round, and the 5 AK buy coming in. Actually, Shams will opt to pick up an AWP, so disregard that. But round number 8 coming in. We actually, Simplex is on a FAMAS, which is not good. We do have an AWP on J-Pow, and once again, a Mag 7 on Figment as Entity starts to steal their way towards the B bomb site and the platform.
Absolutely. This Mag 7 seems to be a fixture of the CT side for Cerus here. And there are a lot of good positions for it to play on Cobble. I keep harping on this. I like the Mag 7. It's an interesting gun. But it looks like the hit's going to be coming out towards platform. Smoke here to block off the CTs as they push out. But block off the Ts. They've got the utility to take the site. Molotov's going to rain out, clear some positions for them. Flash goes back to try and blind some players. And as they jump through smoke, Figment's going to take down 2. WRS rolls in with 2 of his own, and Figment takes a 3rd to close that round out. That's a clean round for Cerus eSports.
Yeah, that was actually beautiful. Those 3 frags from the Mag 7, that's going to be what? It's $900 a kill, so that's over $2,000 in just Mag 7 frags, which is absolutely insane. When you're still close, you're a couple rounds behind, and you're just trying to keep your men alive and trying to build a bank.
You can see that that bank built up on Figment, and he actually chose to rebuy into this round, or actually may have picked up an AK. He's got 5,300 sitting there, or 2K more than the next closest player on his team. So that's the moneymaker right there.
Definitely. First save round on round number 9 coming out from the side of Team Entity. They're kind of hanging their way towards the stairs. It looks like they're not quite sure what they want to do. They went for some early back B control, and now they're hitting their way towards the middle. But just a slow play. 5 P250s, no armor. That's going to be J-Pow with the opening pick on the tryhard, though. So all of a sudden, this round's not in a good situation if you're looking to win an Eco. Bathtub with the second, WRS with a nice headshot onto Rebo. So this round's just falling absolutely apart. Crypt Ender, last 2 alive. 9-man is going to be able to find one. That's Bathtub, and WRS is going to be able to find Crypt directly in response. So Ender's all alone in a 1-on-4. J-Pow with 5 HP, though. So depending on the positioning, you could get lucky here.
That's what it would be, though. Luck, and J-Pow's going to say, no, I don't need any health to frag you. And it'll work out for them. It's 4 alive in that round, so the economy's starting to build on the Cerus side. They've got comfortable money going, and the next buy will come out from Entity. Their lead is slipping away. The early 5-round start is starting to vanish.
Yeah, 5-0, now 4-5. Not a good situation to be in. Shams with another AWP, and he's actually going to opt to sneak his way towards the middle real quickly, holding this angle towards long, and there's one player there to contest. So if he gets a little bit greedy, well, the smoke is going to actually drop him off. Entity plays very slow for Cobble.
They do seem to. They really want to let that aggression come to them. J-Pow nearly rewarded them. He was going for that early pick at mid. Didn't see anything and backed off wisely. So now you have the 2 players playing from long, the 2 CTs, and the entire T side appears to just be hanging back. A little bit of aggression towards drop, but that's it so far.
Yeah, in the meantime, all 4 players, minus the number 6-man Ender, are hanging their way out towards the ramp, towards top mid. And you know, it's interesting. Like I'm gonna say it again. It's interesting how slow they play this. JPow and his teammate are starting to move their way back. They're playing inside of the bomb site. That little bit of aggression from Ender is kind of, they've got them wary for the B hit, but you're going to see these guys walking up long. And JPow actually might get caught out here.
If they take the site, the one to watch will be Ender as he comes out. If he takes the drop room just the right time, he'll catch them off guard. But Bathtub here is going to open it up, taking down Sham. As the players move onto site, trying to trade that frag, they're getting picked apart. Lots of damage done. Crypt and Rebo down low. They're going to be pushing out using their utility, but the players are already here to greet them. Not wanting to overcommit. JPow's going to take down Tryhard, but 2 players still hanging back towards B. They don't need them. WRS takes down another, and now it's a 2v4. No site control. Ender's going to trade back 1, try and open this up. Rebo's going to move the bomb over towards the site, smoking his way out, and he'll plant it in the open. This could be helpful on the repeat, but he's quickly going to get contested. JPow playing around the APC. Figment drops Ender meanwhile. And now the 3 players encroach on his spot. Nowhere to hide. He'll peek straight into the AWP, and Rebo will go down. That's JPow closing out the round for Cerus eSports. So that early lead has disappeared, evaporated into thin air.
In the meantime, though, Cerus dropped a player, which is not the side that wants to be dropping a player right now, because we're going to have the obligatory pause waiting for him to reconnect, and this could definitely hurt the role they've got going in there. I'm speaking English right now.
Words. Yeah, that's the well, you know what? We'll spin this positively. Maybe they just need a moment to breathe. So they were like, hey, just drop out of the server. Everyone needs to take a chill pill, let the nerves calm down, ready ourselves for this fierce eco round. Although actually there's pretty healthy money on Team Entity. So they could certainly buy into this if they chose to.
Yeah, they could definitely go for a 5 rifle buy. They could even pick up a glass cannon if they want to. I don't think it'd be recommended on the T side, but we'll see.
Yeah, 5AKs can play pretty effectively on Cobble. It's just a little tricky on some of the plat angles, and like mid it can be a little dangerous, especially with the way JPow's been playing. He's been hitting some shots so far.
So, quite the pause coming out. You know, there's not a whole lot to talk about. This has been pretty textbook CS. There's been a little bit of an interesting buy habits coming out from Cerus at the very beginning with that double save. I'm still trying to wrap my head around why that happened. But close game, 5-5. This is the point with this buy round that Entity really, really wants to turn this around. And if they're able to pick up this round, this is the opening for them to be able to make this half 10-5, which is flawless. If they decide to just 5-5-5 ping pong it back and forth.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, momentum, you just can't let it completely slide away from you. So we had 5 trade, 5. We'll see if we just keep stacking them up to 15.
I sure hope not.
That would be interesting.
I'm not interested for an indefinite overtime where we're just stacking 5 back and forth. Although MR6 overtime, if you're getting 5 in a row, you're winning. So
there you go. All right, the player's back in the server. Bathtub got out of the bathtub. Turns out laptops don't work so well in water, and he's back in the server.
Ha 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 ha! You're so funny.
Thanks.
Where did you learn those great comedy skills, friend?
No, I went to the Dad School of Humor.
Really?
Dad Jokes
Where is
Academy.
that located?
Dadsville, Jokeville,
Dadsville, Jokeville. Good job. Nice.
I'm quick on my feet.
Dadsville, Jokeville, Arkansas. Okay.
It's a weird address.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to get mail there.
Yeah, is it like a town within a town? Like,
there's some shit going on. Maybe it's like a housing development within a town. It's a weird situation.
I see. And it's all just like the divorced dads. They just go and hang out at Dadsville.
Yeah, and make dad jokes. Yep.
That sounds like a great place, honestly. In the meantime, though, while we're talking about JPow's going to find the opening fragment to try hard as the T side tries to move their way up the ramp. They're going to be able to do so pretty quickly, pretty effectively with only one man dropping. But JPow there to recontest. He's going to find Crypt as well. What a shot coming out from him. Ender's going to be knocked down to 7 as well. So, minute 20 left on the clock as Shams is finally able to ring out in favor of the C side. He'll be able to find a second as well. And JPow, and that's an open A bomb site. Save for the number 2 man, Simplex, who's there to contest very shortly.
Yeah, that was not looking good until Shams just took matters into his own hand and whipped open that site WRS trying to contest back into this. Both players are going to be coming from the same spot here. Simplex peeking out, going to molly off long, and a low player will not be able to walk through that. That's Ender with 7 HP to trying to defend this bomb site. But Rebo with the aggressive position, and now he has to challenge it, and he's going to get dropped easily and handily. And so the bomb will be recovered and defused, and that's another round for Cerus as they stack up. Zeus recovered, most important part of the economy, right?
Sorry about that. I just was invaded.
Invaded.
By, like, literally just 6 people walked into my bedroom. It was hilarious.
Gotta watch out for that.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, am I getting swatted? I wasn't getting swatted.
I'm glad you weren't swatted. It'd be a little difficult for you to cast from prison.
What would make you think I was going to prison? You think I'm actually doing something SWAT worthy?
I mean, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what life is.
I just got crystal meth, man. Like, it's not that bad.
Yeah, that's legal, right? Some
Yeah.
states.
Wait, it's not legal?
What?
Wait,
I
what?
don't know. You might want to talk to your lawyer about that one.
I don't know. My lawyer buys for me, so.
I saw this great documentary. It was called Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's real life.
Yeah, I don't know. My lawyer, Smallpox Andre, he buys crystal meth for me, so. It's probably illegal.
Seems like a good person to be taking advice from.
Yeah,
WRS going to be challenging out here towards Plat. Looks like he might get rewarded with an early P. And he's going to get it, dropping Shams with that op, and he goes back to the well and takes Crypt out of it. So now that man advantage here, as Tryhard will try and bring it back, dropping Simplex, but it's still a 4v3 and strong D presence here as the T's try and come out. This is not going to go well as Figment takes down Tryhard, and now 2 players left on Plat. They're going to push out anyway, walking right into the blender here. Bathtub's ready to greet them, but he's going to get caught off guard. Rebo's going to take him down. WRS says, "Don't kill my friend," takes it back. Now, the lone player, he's got the bomb, and it's Ender. Creeping
Ender
around
all
site.
alone. He's been playing extremely well this game, but it's not going to matter as WRS with the op shot ringing out into the distance is going to take him down. So 7 now. Cerus has taken the lead. After 5 in a row from Team Entity, we now see 7 and potentially a continuous sweep.
Yeah, absolutely. They just keep knocking them right back into these eco rounds. It seems like they just took a moment to get their get going, get the nerves off, warm up, and since then they've been dominating.
Yeah, Cerus definitely. I think from the matches we cast here at CSGM, Cerus does seem to take a little bit of time to shake the rust off at the beginning of every match. But we're going to see a quick 5-man drop through. Wow, Simplex going to be able to find one. Simplex going to be able to find a second as well. What a shot coming out from him. It's Big going to be able to find one. Simplex with a third headshot onto Ender and Tryhard all alone with the bomb. He's going to get legged by J-Pow. J-Pow will be able to take him down with 5-7, 8-5. Now your score. Quick eco. Not anything for the side of Entity.
That's brutal. Run through smoke, get destroyed. I was thinking maybe the fast play could have changed things up and actually worked out for them, just because it's so different from the pace of how this game was going beforehand. Sometimes with Tech 9's players just play a little freer, but Simplex was ready and waiting.
Yeah, that Tech 9 armor, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But you got to keep doing it, because sometimes it does.
It's a fickle mistress. Grenades raiding through drop, going to do a little bit of damage, but not much here as Simplex gets ready to greet them once more, playing the close angle this time. Looks like he's going to be challenged. Shams taking down J-Pow over towards long A. This may change the T's plan here as they've just taken down one of the defenders. It will certainly change Simplex's as he now goes to reinforce that site. So drop has been left completely open. Thinking better of it, he's going to cheat back a little bit, but no players contesting. They're content to wait, sit back, and hope for a information play, a little hero play here.
Crypt burning alive, though. He's finally going to be able to smoke himself out. That was an excellent place Molotov, but that grenade actually is going to just about kill him. Figment through the smoke, going to be able to find Crypt. That's the opening pick in favor, or I'm sorry, that's the second pick now in favor of the CT side. So an equalizing frag with 55 seconds left on the clock, and it looks like Tryhard steals his way into the drop zone. Simplex there to contest from the window. So no quick A presence without at least the knowledge of it from the CTs. That's going to be 2 more frags from Figment, though, towards the broken wall.
Absolutely, that aggressive position is rewarded as he takes that bomb, and now Simplex coming in from the flank is going to catch 2 and take them down. It's a strong 3K in the round for Figment, and Simplex to clean it up.
Clean it up. You know what they say here at CSGM.
What do they say?
Well, This is not actually what they say at CSGM. This is about to be me talking out of my ass. But what they say here at CSGM, when you clean it up, is basically you're a janitor.
The janitor of frags.
The janitor of frags. And see, it's kind of like the jack of all trades, except you only clean up rounds in Counter-Strike.
Spotting one coming through his molly. J-Pow is going to take down Shams as they try and aggress up the hill, falling back with 12 players in his face. Rebo is going to manage to take him down through that smoke, checking the angle and blinded up. Rebo is going to take down Simplex as well. Suddenly the site is pretty open, but the players have moved onto it. Rebo taking down a third in the round. That's Figment down. And Ender creeping around into the wood section, going to take one down. That's a 1v1. Both players have rifles. Both players have armor. This has just gotten very, very interesting.
WRS with bomb control. It looks like Ender's going to try and pop flash him. That's going to be the spray down coming out. He's going to be able to find him eventually in the end. So that's going to be 10-5 now. 10 rounds in a row to respond to Entity's 5. 10-5 your score. Obviously, as I'm going to continue to say 10-5 as we move into the second half in favor of Cerus eSports.
Would you say that the round total was 10-5?
Well, see, there's this quirky little thing about Counter-Strike, right?
Mm-hmm.
What we call it is a best of 30.
Okay.
Which means 30, it's divisible by 2 pretty well. And if you split it in half, it's actually 15. So at halftime, that's what we call it here in Counter-Strike, which I know is a little bit of an interesting term. That's at the end of round number 15. Yeah.
Thank you, Counter-Strike Wikipedia. Liquidpedia.
That's actually, I love that name. Like, I think that's an interesting name.
Yeah, it took me a while to figure out the connection. Still not sure I know it, but yeah.
Wow. It looks like all 5 players from the Cerus eSports side are actually going to steal their way quickly towards long. Rebo is going to be the first to contest. He's going to find somebody, it looks like, in the dick, but not going to be able to find a frag. The number 5 man, Rebo. Once again, he's falling his way back onto the bomb site. He's calling his teammates over to assist as the smokes go out. J-Pow going to be the first to run out here towards the wood wall. He's not going to be able to find a frag as Rebo jumps away yet again, escaping death. Simplex is going to be able to find one after Rebo takes down his teammate. He's going to be able to find a second as well, and that's going to be Rebo finally going down. And in response, Simplex, geez, all over the place. 3-on-2 now. Retake definitely doable. J-Pow at 9 HP and Figment at 7, and they're both moving their way towards the door. Shams and Crypt.
Absolutely. Simplex still with full health despite taking 3 frags. He just tore his way through an odd angle and caught them with their pants down. These players trying to defend the site. Figment's going to get dropped. That's the first one done on this retake. And that's the second. Now it's just Simplex, the hero of this round, to go for the pistol ace, and he's going to get it. That's an ace, ladies and gentlemen, to take the pistol round on T-half and keep the streak rolling for Cerus eSports.
What a moral breakdown that has to be for Team Entity. They say, okay, here's the reset. We just lost 10 in a row. It's not a big deal, though. This is the pistol round. This is where we're going to win it back. And they just lost that. And they lost a round that they should have won off of a fantastic play from Simplex. So we're going to see, actually, he's going to pick up an AK in response to that with still $1,100. And not a good situation. Ace money. We are going to see the meta being followed here, though, with 4.57s and 3.57s and a deagle with armor on the side of Entity as they move their way up, trying to steal this round away.
Yep, and it looks like Rebo's going to be saving for that AWP, the all-important op control on CT side. Ender trying to get aggressive with this deagle on Plat. This is a good angle to find ahead. He's going to tickle Figment, but nothing more. And the players look like they're getting set up to take some control over towards A, but actually the utility just sailing out and no players to follow. Still very much in a default, hoping for a little bit of aggression. Looking for those eco players to be the ones to make the move and walk into the guns.
Cerus is playing... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Cerus is playing this safe, which is not necessarily, I think, what you wanted to do, but it looks like they're going to be making noise towards the B-bomb side again. But Entity, they're kind of just shifting their hold back and forth, back and forth. And if the IGL of Cerus is able to figure this out, then they'll be able to pull off some excellent fakes later. However, it looks like, once again, they take a little bit too long, and they are up the wood wall, but there's already 3 players there to contest from the CT side. Rebo, Crypt, and Shams all are going to find one with J-Pow, the only one to respond, and now it's a 2-on-4, and this round is falling apart for the side of Cerus.
Yes, this certainly isn't looking good. It looked like they were walking into an open bomb site, but then all of a sudden, the sneaky players were there. But the flank coming in should be able to catch someone off if they don't get killed immediately. Now it's just Simplex, hero of the pistol round. He's got his AK in hand. He's got full health. He's got armor. He doesn't know where any players are, though. No information to work off of. He'll take the first in this Oh, well, 1v4. I guess it's the second kill, actually. He'll take the third, and now it's a 1v1. He's got bomb control. No time to plant, and the player's just going to run away. So a 3K into the round. Almost got the 4K clutch, but there was no fourth to be found. The round will go the way of Entity.
That, my friends, is why you follow the meta.
Absolutely. That was a round they had no business winning, and they won it.
They had no business winning, but then 5-7. 5-7. Just I don't get it. Why? They're gonna nerf the ump, but they're not gonna nerf the 5-7.
Nah, pistol should do more damage than a $3,200 rifle at range, admitted short range, right?
Yeah, exactly. P250, one shot headshot. What are you talking about? Wait, you mean that's not balanced?
Super balanced.
Listen,
as we'll see this round with the Tech 9 running by.
I've played Counter-Strike for like 10 years, right? Back in CS Source and CS 1.6, Counter-Strike was a game about AWPs, AK-47s, M4A1S, and the MP5 and the Deagle, right? The idea that the developer has, about this game, where every weapon needs to be viable and every weapon needs to have its place in the game, while it might be it might be a little bit more interesting as a spectator sport, that's not what this game is about, in my opinion. And the fact that, like, I think the UMP45, it kind of took the place of the MP5 as that budget gun that isn't as good as an AK-47 or it isn't as good as an M4, but it can certainly still contend. And I don't agree with that nerf, like, at all, I have to say.
Well, this round, we're going to see a lot of different guns spread across the board. We've got the MAC-10, the MAG-7, and an MP9 to play with. So it's a veritable toy box of things to use here. And we will see that MAG-10 play towards drop, and the players are going to come raining through, jumping through the smoke, contesting early, and the MAG-7 comes in to do its damage as well. Takes one, that's crit over towards the drop room, and the T side rushing out earlier, just decimated. 2 players down already. Simplex with the AK save from last round, and the armor is going to have to be the hero of this round to take it over the line. Moving back towards A, it looks like the players want to execute out there, but they have no information towards this site, so they're going to have to clear absolutely every angle through. And by the time they get to the site, as happened last round, Entity may realize what's going on and swap back over. And as I say that, Ender's going to come cheat this way. We've got Enders and Rebo, 2 SMGs at range. But Enders is going to try and take that aggressive position down towards the hill. He'll hear the players running through danger, but doesn't see anyone, so he's got the information now. Multiple sets of footsteps coming out long, and as a result of that, Shams will come over with this rifle, and he's got the angle. Watches one player run through wood. Knows where they're coming from now, gets the first kill. That's bombed down as well, so all the information gained. Player playing close, he'll take down the second. Now the third, Simplex manages to trade one back with this AK, but quickly gets dropped by the MAC-10. So that's another round going the way of Entity.
And that's just unfortunate. With that smorgasbord of weapons that Entity had on that side, that was definitely a round worth taking. They had an MP9 out there. I think they had a UMP out there, the MAG-7. Like, if you're able to steal away and you're able to steer towards that A-bomb site specifically really quickly, then you're looking good. You're in a good spot. And they didn't do it. They lost the opening picks, and then they couldn't find the push in time.
This aggression from Rebo here.
Yeah. He's gonna get punished for it. It looks like momentarily, but he actually is gonna be able to find 2. So you know what? Just disregard everything I say. Ender gonna be able to find 2 in response. Make that a third is just that eco round gets shut down. Entity now with 8 rounds on the board to Cerus's 11.
Yeah, that was just. I mean, by the time they got through between the nades, the molly, and the rifle fire, not only were 2 players down, but the other 2 of the remaining players were just ridiculously low. So it was an easy mop up there from the janitors.
From the janitors. You know what they say. The frag janitors. That would be a great team name.
I just gotta start a team now.
All right, dude. All right, here's what's gonna happen, okay? I'm gonna be the dedicated Zeus. You can Deddy Deagle, and we'll find 3 more. Hit us up in the chat.
We're gonna main XM and 2 flashes.
Oh, okay, cool. That works too. Then we still need a dedicated Deagler. So hit us up in chat. We're looking for 3 more good players. We're about ready to go flawless and open.
I also want someone who's going to buy every scoped weapon that isn't an AWP, but only scoped weapons.
Yes, we need one of them. We need a dedicated AUG player on the T side.
And a trick shotter. No team's complete without
Of course. If you don't have a trick shotter, make those sick montages. Like, what are you?
Crypt boosted up here into drop. This is a sneaky spot here, especially with a Mag 7. And it looks like he's going to be rewarded. Will they check this? Actually, they're going to circumvent him and go out towards Plat, but he hears the players coming, so that's information gained for Entity. And the player playing on drop is going to know what's coming his way. Interesting that no one chooses to check drop. This is going to leave them very vulnerable to the flank if Crypt chooses to push this. They have no idea he's here. And now it looks like Ender's going to be tested. If he peeks up, there's a lot of players who are going to be right in his face. Flashed out, though. He's going to drop the first. He's going to take the second on platform. Tryhard taking one. Now there's a player around behind him. Ender's going to take down the planter before Figment gets cleaned up by Tryhard with that USP.
What a shutdown. That's not how you want a full buy round to go. There was only one frag on the side in favor of Cerus that entire round, and just that man up boosted up on tree. I think that was Shams, right? I'm not actually sure.
Rebo, I think.
Rebo boosted up on the tree. That's a beautiful position to play if you have time to get there. Then Ender played that position flawlessly. He gave no information. He got 2 because of it. It's just absolutely just a shutdown. Not good for the side of Cerus eSports. They're on a Tech 9 armor rush, though, and they're moving their way quickly up the middle. There's going to be the number 5 man and the number 3 man. That is Rebo and Shams, respectively, to contest, but all of a sudden, quickly, a 5-man rotate from the CT side. Rebo going to find the first one to J-Pow, and they're going to be able to find the head of a Simplex as well. Bathtub trying to move his way up. He's trying to help out his teammate a little bit, but Shams from the APC going to be able to pick one up and make it out a second as WRS finds the headshot of Ender and Tryhard taking him down. 10-11 now. And this game is coming back already. We got a game on our hand, boys. Another 5 in a row for Team Entity.
Absolutely, and just like last time, you're seeing where they kept 4 alive through the last 4 rounds. So the bank is dirty on their side. 10K on 2 players, 8 and 7 on 2 more. They can buy for at least another one if they lose this. Meanwhile, 5 AKs coming out on Cerus. They've got the comfortable buy, full utility. We'll see what they choose to do with that execute-wise. Looks like the early presence is going to come towards platform as the players flood out and slow down, as they are wont to do. They've taken the back of platform, and they're content to sit and wait and hope that Tryhard peeks them. But again, the player boosted up into drop. They had no idea that the player did this last time. They never discovered him, I don't believe. I don't even think he got them on the flank. Maybe they saw him retrieve a weapon on the kill feed.
But now this time, that's Figment going to be the one to get that. He's going to be able to find him in the back, so that's going to be Ender going down real quick. And Ender, the hardest fragger right now with 23 frags on the board, is not the guy you want to drop first. 4 players left on Entity, and there's still utility. They're still just hanging out the side of Cerus instead of opting to go for that full execute.
Absolutely, and that's just timing coming into play. I mean, last round, Rebo just opted not to peek at all and just use that for the information. Ender decides to go for the frags, and this time it is not rewarded. So the presence coming out of platform, they're going to come flooding out. Shams is going to drop 1, but quickly have players all over him. He'll get 1 more before he gets taken down by Bathtub. Now it's a 3-on-2, and Sight's under the control of the T's. Bomb will go down safely behind Statue with all these smokes up. Nades raining in, trying to do a little damage. Bathtub gets dinked up, but the nades coming back will do nothing. Now the players dropped out towards drop, and Rock are left to try and take some frags and pull back into this. 1 goes the way of each, and then Crypt closing it out with a crisp 3K there. Nice clutch. He's going to defuse the bomb and take this round for Entity.
Well, max loss bonus in full effect now for the side of Cerus eSports, and with that bomb plant, they are going to be able to pull off yet another buy after the fact, but they just gave up an 11-5 lead to now 11-11, so they have to be mentally just run down at this point. There's actually going to be a P90 on J-Pow, which will be a little bit interesting. I would suggest he plays that towards the drop zone, but, to each his own. And 4 more AK-47s on the side of Cerus. Round number 20, if I could count. Round number 24 now coming in.
23.
You're right. You know what? Shut up. You shut your mouth.
So I was going to say there may have been max loss bonus on the T side, but on the CT side, before this round started and Crypt bought for a teammate, he had 16K. So there's a lot of money here. Cham's going to get tested early. He's going to take down 1 before getting taken out. This faster pace here working out for the T side over towards long. And now players rotating out. Will they correctly guess this and move towards B? B sides just got Crypt to defend it. Bomb creeping back through. Looks like it's going to go towards A. But by the time they get there, it's possible that Cerus will already be second-guessing themselves. Or Entity will. Pardon me.
Cerus is, they're getting ready to fall for the bait. It looks like Entity's actually going to opt to go for the 3-man default on Cobblestone, playing 1 on the connector, 1 on B, and 1 on A. And we have this bomb kind of just, he's walking the whole way, sneaking his way up long with 50 seconds left on the clock, so plenty of time. But 4-on-3, like you said, in favor of Cerus eSports, and they're going to have to get some quick rotates to Entity, or they're going to need this number 1-man Ender on the A-bomb side to do some serious damage if they want this round to come out in their favor.
Looks like Tryhard's sensing that and starting to lean more towards the A site. Crypt, of course, back of B, playing in the chicken coop, hanging out with the lovely chickens. And the hit's going to come out.
Nades are going to come out, like you said. 20 seconds left on the clock, so not a lot of time to get on the site. They do still have 1-2 clear from that bomb site. One from the APC. That's Figment going to be able to find the head of Tryhard, though. And we still have the number 1-man Ender inside of the site. He's going to find one on the bathtub. Bomb still not planted, but Figment will be able to find him in response. 8 seconds left, and the bomb goes down just in time. Crypt alone, 1-on-3.
Yeah, that was getting dangerous there with the time so low. If they dropped the planter, that could have been the round. But unfortunately, Ender doesn't manage to get that round. And so now Cerus, with the good site control, good post-plant pit situations. Is there anything Crypt can really do? He's going to get triple peeked as he tries to go out for this. Simplex will catch him coming out of the secret room and take him down with a swift bullet to the face.
Swift bullet to the face.
That's the one. As opposed to the slow bullet.
Well, right. You know, well, the slow bullets, when you start glocking and it's just a pea shooter and they're just... I swear to God, those are airsoft guns.
I mean, they sound like it and they look like it.
And they behave like it. And they do damage like it, so...
Pretty much, yeah.
They probably are.
I just want to see a CT get shot with a Glock and just go, ow, man, that really stung.
Let's go to counterstrike.wikia.com and upstate the fact that the Glock is actually an airsoft gun. Confirmed.
That's all right.
In the
Rebo
meantime,
with the cheeky boost over here on A. I really like this spot for him. Could work out well if they choose to execute here.
Ooh. It's pretty. They're just hanging out. You know, once again, when we get to these higher level play, we're actually looking at some of the top teams in ESEA Intermediate right now. And they know what to do. They play slow, they play methodically, they don't give up opening picks if at all possible. And it leads to a lot of rounds in, you know, the first minute. We're already a minute into this round, and they're just hanging out, trying to see if anybody makes a mistake. It's interesting.
Yeah, just two very passive teams, neither really going for the information plays. But it is interesting on the T side because they tend to group up and then not make a move, which means that they give up information towards the other side, so they don't actually know if a flank's coming. So they have to check for this pretty frequently, which could be detrimental if Entity ever decides to get aggressive anywhere on the map. But now the bomb's going to be coming towards A, and no exchanges anywhere. All 5 players with 100 health. And the utility is finally going to come into play. Figment dropping into a drop. Going to take down Ender. Bullet to the face. Now playing around the platform. Simplex catches a player off before getting traded out by Crypt. Basta pulling on the sights, going to take down Rebo, but not before he drops his friend WRS. Now, bomb moving onto site. It'll be able to be planted, and a 2v2 retake comes in. Molly to chase out the player. Tryhard trying to go for this op shot, but the player will jump the other way. He now has information, but in the meantime, his teammate's been taken down. That's Crypt coming from the connector. Tryhard alone on site with this op. He hears the player scope in. He knows he's close, but he has no idea where he's playing from. He's been spotted out. That's information gained, and he'll get peeked from around the APC, and Figment will take him down. So that's the second round going by Cerus eSports.
Second round, their third round overall on this T side that they've been playing, and it looks like Entity, they have a little bit of money to buy. They are going to opt to do their smorgasbord of weapon strat. 11-13 your score as we move into the round number 25. And this is definitely doable. You got a 5.7. We talked about how that gun's broken. The Nova's pretty broken too. And the Mag 7, if they're playing that towards drop, then I love them. And it looks like they're playing it towards broken, which I guess also works. We saw WRS pick up a nice 3K earlier.
And especially since the magical Nova's over towards drop, ready to contest. Nade's going to sail out, should do some good damage towards WRS. Less than I expected, but still 20 may soften him up for this shotgun to do work. Smoke coming in to block off the angle. Ender's going to sit here and wait, ready for his prey to jump down. But
what I've noticed,
Cerus
really likes to execute at like 20 seconds left on the clock. They play a very, very slow, a very, very Navi-esque style. Hang on to their utility. Don't take, they just kind of wander around, taking as much map control as they can, and then all at once, 20 seconds left on the clock, they open up. This time it's going to be a little bit faster with Bathtub finding that opening pick in the drop zone onto Ender, though. Simplex going to be able to find a second nice headshot coming out from him onto Tryhards. Now a 5-on-5 quickly goes into a 5-on-3. Number 3-man, Sham's going to be the one to contest from the A-bomb site. He's at the door, but he's going to get sprayed down by Simplex through the wall, and he's going to go down as well. So now 5-on-2. Rebo, the only one of this A-bomb site to contest, and Crypt with the Mag 7. He's not going to be able to do much on this retake. Wow. J-Pow, or I'm sorry, WRS with a nice headshot through the broken wall onto Rebo, and that's going to be Crypt with a Mag 7 all alone. He's going to have to just kind of save that, and that's really his only choice at this point.
Absolutely. Not exactly the best gun to retake at range with. I think there's maybe a rifle down here in drop. No, that's the Nova that I saw the handle peeking out of. He'll hear the players ramping around, and they are certainly hunting him. They don't want any guns to come into this next round. And it looks like he's going to find one. Gets the shot on the second attempt, and will take the player down. Now alone in drop. They know his position. They're going to circle in on him. They've got plenty of time to hunt and draw him out. Opting to go aggressive, he'll get taken down by WRS. So that's a very comfortable round going the way of Cerus as they creep on to 14. One more to match point.
Yeah, even with that huge frag bonus from being able to pick up that one kill with the shotgun, we're to see Entity is now totally broke. And that's going to be a free map point round, at least for Cerus eSports. They're going to be able to pick up 15 here. Not good. They opt to upgrade their pistols, so it's a doable situation, but without armor, you know, don't expect a whole lot from it. They're going to opt to do the 2-3 split, putting 2 towards long, make that danger now as they start to sneak their way through, and 3 on B, which will be the guys to hold off of this onslaught that's getting ready to come from Cerus eSports.
Absolutely. They're just playing for the retake now. They should have a comfortable buy going into the next one. Blinded up. Crypt's going to get overwhelmed here coming off of the platform. They'll take down 2. T's taking his site. Tryhard manages to get 1 as he's surrounded on this statue, but now the site is in control of the T's. The bomb will go down. The 2 players coming in from Connector are all Entity has. First one's dropped by WRS, and now Rebo alone creeping through the drop room. If he could get a rifle out of this round, that would be more than enough. But he will do no such thing. Simplex takes him down.
Yeah, Simplex, he's been, you know, a huge player so far for his team. He's at 27 frags. The first one to contest is actually on the other team. That's Ender with 24 frags. And we see really it's kind of a battle of carries here. WRS has 22, so he's doing his job. But then we see when we go on the side of Entity, 13, 13, 14 at the bottom. And on the side of Cerus, we see 11 and 8 at the bottom too. So it's been a smorgasbord of individual play so far. And it looks like this game is getting ready to close itself out. And one of these close-up rounds, we do have a buy coming out from Entity, but this is a fast play, which isn't stereotypical for Cerus, but they're all going to burn alive. That's going to be 2 and make that a 3rd with a grenade going down from the utility, and this push is just shut down. Absolutely shut down.
Oh, that's just the worst way to lose it. Blinded up, standing in a molly, nade sailing in. Oof. Not the way you want to end a match.
Absolutely.
WRS trying to get a little aggressive towards drop, try and salvage something from this round, see what he can get. His teammate's going to stack up with him. Looks like they're going to pop down here together, smoking off one side. Now he's only got 1 to worry about, but there's no players there for him to take the head of. Peeking around the corner, will get taken down by Sham. Now the 1 player alive, Simplex, hero of this half so far. All they have to keep them alive in this game. He's got 4 health, an AK, and a dream. He's got 4 players to deal with.
He's got, yeah, like you said, 4 HP. He's lucky if he even saves here. Entity, they're playing this smart. They're going to let him hang out. They've got 40 seconds to keep him in there, and he'll get 0 income. If Simplex decides to do the right thing, he'll you know what? Whatever. Nice nade coming out from Rebo. He'll go down.
So that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. Going the way... Oh, sorry. Not the game at all.
Yeah, I was confused. I was really confused for a second,
It's
honestly.
the opposite of the game.
Yeah.
The round finally goes the way of Entity, beginning their long slog to overtime.
Long slog to overtime. Let's hope this gets shut down real quick. We're going to see a Galil on Bathtub, but otherwise a nice, full, healthy buy coming out from the side of Cerus eSports. And a nice, full, healthy buy once again off the winning team of the last round on Team Entity. And they're going to be hanging out. They're spreading out once again, doing their nice, slow default. Maybe they're kind of returning to form here. Close it out, playing smart. So, tell me about your life. What's going on? What's happening with you while we wait a minute and a half for these guys to push?
You know, my life's all right. Casting some Counter-Strike, living the life, working the job, 9 to 5, doing all that good stuff. And currently watching very, very slow executes. We'll see if they hit the 20-second mark that you were predicting.
Well, you know, they've already done it a few times, so if they decide to do it again, I wouldn't be surprised. It's just a little bit it's a little bit irritating here. I want to get into the action. I don't think you understand. I'm a spectator. I'm not a player here. I don't care if you win. Just show me some good plays. In the meantime, Ender is going to be the first one to contest. As two players from Cerus have already moved their way into the drop zone, but no damage is actually going to be exchanged. That's going to be Rebo with the opening frag into WRS Wool towards the A long, though. They're trying to get that trade frag, but he's going to pick up a second instead. Ender with the backstab, going to be able to find a head of Figment, but he's going to get traded out by his friend Simplex. J-Pow, Simplex only at 16 HP. He is going to be able to find a second, though, so now a 2-on-3 doable situation, but Tryhard through the door, going to be able to find him. A nice angle coming out from him. 35 seconds, 1-3. J-Pow with an AWP, and a little bit of utility to work with, but not a good situation to be in.
He's actually got the time to get the plant down, though. He can get onto the site. Doesn't know it, of course, but there's no player here to really contest him. They're all a little aggressive on different angles. The closest player is coming through that balcony, but hasn't committed yet. They've got very little information. They just know he's not coming from long and that he hasn't crept through drop yet. Or that he has, but he's already on the site. And the bomb's going to go down, so now it's a 1v3. It's going to be tough, but the first kill goes out, and this is suddenly doable. Almost gets the second through wood. Going to be challenging the last player. He knows where one player is. The other player's going to be creeping around. He's going to get taken down by Rebo. Head pops over the railing, and that'll be the last thing that J-Pow sees in this round.
Yeah, Rebo, excellent play towards long at the beginning of that round. They shut down any sort of an A-Wrap attempt that he wanted. He's going to be able to pick up 3 kills and save the AWP now as round number 13 now for Team Entity comes in. And this game is close. This is real close.
Whew, I thought this was ending, but now I've got to wake back up. We got a game on our hands.
We got a game on our hand, boys.
2 ops coming out for Entity. We haven't seen this so much from the Entity side. It was very popular with Cerus, with J-Pow and WRS. So we'll see if they can have that impact that you really hope for from the big green gun on this round. Looks like they're going to do the typical thing and have 1 op anchor each side. Looks like,
Quick play. Or not necessarily quick play, but quick map control. From the side of Cerus towards the A-bomb side, as a matter of fact. It looks like they're trying to spread their way through, maybe pick up middle. But they're going to fall their way off, per usual, as it comes with this slow playing T-sided team. 3 players towards B for the CT side, but there are no players from the T side there to contest. And they're slowly moving their way up long, taking as much map control as they can before those rotates are drawn. A minute 20 left on the clock. And we're on round number 20. What is it, 29? Yeah, 29.
29, that is.
Sneaking his way through. I can't do math for whatever reason today. It's just one of those days.
I get it. Counting's hard.
Yeah.
Looks like the first encounter is going to be here in Rebo. Rebo was the hero of the last round, and now he'll be tested again as 3 players are waiting just on the other side of that turret, watching the edge.
In the meantime, though, it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a game on our hands, boys. The number 5 man is going to be the first one to contest towards the CT side. But he's moving his way out. There's going to be a smoke grenade bathtub with a nice headshot. He's going to be able to pick him up through the smoke. So we now have 2 players from the CT side of Team Entity. 2 contests. Make that a third as Tryhard starts to move his way over. Shams with the AWP. That'll ring out on a J-Pow. So the equalizing frag does come in. 25 seconds left, and that'll be the full execute. Shams with a second, but that we'll be able to pick him up. Ender on the bomb site if you want to contest. They line up for him. WRS will eventually be able to find him, but it'll take down a teammate as well in the process. And with 31 HP, he's going to be all alone with his bomb plant. Tryhard, the first to contest. He's on top of the bomb site behind him, and he's going to be able to take him down, and that's going to be round number 14 for Team Entity.
After that nice calm round, I feel like I should golf clap.
Yeah, give us a nice golf clap. Remember, in the meantime, to check out our nice Nook app. We are also shortly expanding into the Kindle, and pretty soon you'll even be able to send us a nice fax here on the show with the Quiet Cast. You'll be able to send us a fax. It'll be 666-666-6666, extension 3.
I was a little worried there, you know. I didn't want it to be all 6s. It'd just be so confusing. A nice break in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now, the early knife. The last round of the game, and Tryhard gets a knife in the back. We'll see if that is a metaphor for what's going to happen in this round.
backstabbed by his teammate. That's exactly what's going to happen, and then this round's going to go over. It's actually foreshadowing. J-Pow with the opening frag into Shams with the AWP. That's exactly what they need to close out this game. 16-14. They're moving their way up long real quick, but it's going to be Rebo, the king of A-long so far this game, the first to contest. He's sneaking his way around. There's a smoke grenade to defend him, so he's trying to watch towards the ramp, but he has no idea that Simplex is right on the other side, just waiting for it to fade to take him out. He's watching, though. He's going to be able to take some shots. Simplex is going to be able to find him now. So that's going to be 5-on-3 now in favor of the T side as they start to move. They're not moving their way onto the A-bomb side for whatever reason, as Entity already has moved their guys over. Ender and Tryhard both onto the A-bomb site. That's going to be Vats up with a third headshot now onto Tryhard. That's going to be the AWP dropped, and now a 2-on-5 to keep this game alive for Team Entity. And after such a comeback, they're really, really hoping they're able to pull this one away and get over. Crypt going to be the first to ring out in their favor, though, on the WRS rule, but Bats up with a second nice headshot is going to be able to find Ender, and that's going to be Crypt all alone. 1-on-4. He's already got a frag to his name, no utility, P250 and an M4. He does have armor and a defuse kit, so it'll give him that little bit of extra time, but he has to go for this. And it's not looking too well.
They've got the angle completely red here. J-Pow's just watching for it, ready to destroy him as soon as he peeks it. That's exactly what will happen. This game's going to be taken by Cerus as they drag themselves over the line.
16-14, quite a close scoreline. A lot closer than it looked like it was going to be at the beginning of that game after they took 10 rounds in a row and the opening pistol. But, you know, good game overall. They played well. It was a pleasure, man.
Absolutely, an absolute pleasure to cast that game. The slow, delicate executes.
Once again, before we go, I want you guys to all remember to check out our nice sponsors over at ESEA. They have just some great gaming gear to keep you from going pro, because obviously it's not anything else other than your equipment that's preventing you from being the next Shroud. Also, be sure to take a look real quick at our CSGM Battle Cup. That's a 32-team tournament that should be happening sometime shortly, of which the date I forget. I'm pretty sure it is July 15th, and that'll be fun. It's something like a $5 entry fee, and all the money is going to go back into some prize pool. You also pick up some ESEA swag for first place. It's a winner-take-all. That'll be interesting. In the meantime, be sure to follow us all on Twitter. Follow, do you have a Twitter, buddy?
I do. It's at Darth Mike.
Follow at Darth Mike. Be sure to follow me at you're not going to be able to spell this. Shh, it's quiet. Follow CSGM Official, of course. That's very important. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our Twitch channel now, because we do now have a sub button. And at 10 subscribers, we will be giving a giveaway. And that's enough of shameless marketing for me. If you've got anything to say, go ahead and say it now or forever hold your peace.
One more piece of shameless marketing. There's actually another game going on. It's over at the Third Sense GG twitch.tv. It's been linked in the chat, so go on and follow over there and listen to some other guys talk about another game.
All right. Thank you guys for listening to us whore out. My name's Quiet. I'm with my buddy Darth Mike, and as always, you frag,
we cast.